Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Carterville High School. Saturday night, the final regular season game for 2019/2020. Scott Hudson. Nice group and a big group of seniors here this evening, and got a little emotional watching those seniors, especially Coach Shane Hawkins and his son Connor, and all the seniors here tonight.
Yeah, senior night's always an emotional night. You had a great JV game that Carterville JV lost by 2. It was a great game. You've got a big crowd here tonight, and Carterville is ending the season against the same team they started the season with. Their crosstown rivals, the Herrin Tigers.
Absolutely, and both of these teams are coming off big losses last night. I mean, Pinckneyville came in, dominated Carterville in the win of 66-38. And we were shocked when we started getting scores in that Herrin went to Harrisburg last night, laid an egg. The Bulldogs beat the Tigers 69-38 as well. And so both of these teams want to leave here tonight with a win in the column.
Well, especially Carterville, because A, it is their last regular season game of the year on their home floor, and B, the regionals for 2A begin on Monday, so you want to have a little momentum going in to that. The Herrin loss last night was very surprising. Herrin will be without Luke LaQuad and have been without him, their big man, for a few games now. He's got a couple of bad ankles. They're not going to play him tonight. They still have a week of regular season games left before they start the 3A regionals, but both teams come in here needing a win badly.
Absolutely. Boy, we do have a nice crowd here tonight at Carterville High School, and a great crowd last night for Pinckneyville to come in, and what a way to wrap up the season. And it's just hard for me to believe, Scott, that we're at the end of the regular season for basketball.
It goes by so quick, and I
guess bring it to us after he's done. Brian, you may have to give me a countdown too. I can't hear with the band. There you go, Coach Shane Hawkins joining us on our pregame report. Scotty talked about the game last night, talked about Herrin getting blown out and how important this game really is to both of these teams.
Yeah, it is, and I said earlier, I think it's a little bit more important to Carterville because it's their last game of the regular season heading into the regional at Vienna Monday night. You look at the Herrin team, they're without their big man, Luke Lacroix, who's got 2 bad ankles. He hasn't played in a few games. He's not playing tonight. Jake Bumgard, another one of their starters, is battling the flu bug. He's not 100%. But the guy that runs the engine for Herrin is Brandon Anthony, one of the best basketball players / guards in Southern Illinois. And, I almost hesitate to say this, but it makes Carterville's job a little bit easier to try to contain him without Luke Lacroix on the middle roaming in the paint. Anthony's going to get his points, but as long as you don't let him go off and beat you, then I think Carterville's got a good shot to win this game.
Brandon Anthony has played very, very well against this Carterville Lions team. He's got 53 points in 2 games. He's averaging about 51 and 3/4 points per game. 25 points per game. So that's really the key to me is contain Anthony. He's going to get his points. Don't let him get that mid to upper 20-point game. And I think you got a shot against these Herrin Tigers. Now, and also, I'm kind of, what have you done for me lately? Herrin's not been playing well lately. Carterville goes to Harrisburg, beats a very good Harrisburg team. Herrin goes to Harrisburg, gets beat by a very good Harrisburg team. Maybe this is the right time to be playing these Herrin Tigers.
Yeah, it could be because, again, they're battling injury. They didn't play well last night. And, I look for, somebody like Eli down, and he's not going to have to worry about that big guy Lacroix in the middle. So maybe Eli has a good game on the inside. I think the key is Brandon Anthony is probably the best at breaking a defense down man-to-man and getting into the paint, either dishing the ball or scoring. They've got to keep him on the perimeter as much as possible. And again, if they can do that and score from the outside, I think Carterville's got a chance tonight.
We're going to take another break here on our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating pregame report. When we come back, we'll continue to get you set for the final regular season basketball game for 2019 and 20. This is Lions Sports on News Radio WJPF. Yeah. It's my spot chart.
Being a teenager is tough.
There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Illinois' teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Yeah! Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Back at Carterville High School, Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson. Scott, I just want to run through the seniors here tonight that were recognized. From the bowling team, it was Abigail Koch. From wrestling, it was Zach Blankenship, Jack Campbell, and Emma Robinson. The dance team included Hallie Bolin, Maddie Berkey, Cameron Grob, and Caitlin Minus. From the cheer team, Lauren Cravens, Rebecca Hertz, Alyssa McPherson, Madison Olson, and Zoe Zimbro. And from basketball, just 4 seniors on this team. remaining. And Coach Shane Hawkins talked about this is the first class that's come all the way through with him. Started off with 13 freshmen that won 3 games their freshman year. And here they're leaving and got 13 wins on a season. It's not 25, but not every team can win 25, and that's a dramatic improvement for these 4 seniors.
And I'm sure it was very emotional for Coach Hawkins because, as you said, this is the group that he started with when he got here. And, of course, one of those, his son, Connor Hawkins. One thing I just noticed, Dave, I think it's kind of telling. Both teams left the floor to go back to their locker rooms to get their last-minute instructions from their coaches. Herrin went back to their locker room. All of Herrin's coaches, including Sailor Shirts, stayed out on the floor. So that tells me he's letting those players, have a players-only meeting, in the locker room, probably because of what happened last night. He's saying, okay, this is on you. You guys need to figure this out before you get better. I thought that was very telling.
Absolutely. We'll see how that pans out. The 4 senior basketball players for the Lions include Austin Garby, Nicholas Laird, Carson Pearson, and, of course, Connor Hawkins. We're going to go on. We'll keep it here for just a few minutes as Carterville is still back in the locker room with Coach Shane Hawkins. And coming up in our post-game show, we're going to have a chance to talk to the 4 seniors and Coach Shane Hawkins. My question to you as we get set for tip-off here in about 4 or 5 minutes, what's the key for the Carterville Lions tonight?
Force Herrin to play from behind. This is a Herrin team that got blown out at Harrisburg last night. Try to get the lead early. Try to maintain that lead. Don't turn the ball over. And as we pointed out a few minutes ago, don't let Brandon Anthony beat you. He's the one guy that can control a game and beat you by himself. And if Carterville can shoot the ball better, throughout last night's game, Carterville has shot the ball very well the last 2 or 3 games. They've got to get back to that type of shooting from the field to possibly win here tonight.
Don't forget the Carterville Lions will be in action on Monday night. Regionals start on Monday at Vienna High School. They're actually going to play Vienna. 7:30, I believe, is the tip-off. And Scott is going to head down, and he's going to have the call of that here on NewsRadio WJPF. I'm going to go to Hamilton County. We're going to live stream the Carterville girls super sectional game against Two Topless Wooden Shoes. That game is slated to start at 7 o'clock. Be watching our social media later tonight and tomorrow. We'll get the link for that live stream posted so that you can let people know that are wanting to watch. But it's postseason basketball for both these teams and looking forward to it.
Carterville girls 1 win away from going to state. Not a lot of girls, not a lot of boys can say in their high school careers they got to play in a state tournament. And it's one of those special moments. I know there's going to be butterflies for the girls and probably Coach Crane Monday night, but his squad is battle-tested. And I don't think they've already played the Two Topless team. They've already beat them. Doesn't mean you can do it again. It's not going to be as easy. But I think they're battle-tested. I think they're ready for the challenge.
And they are so much fun to watch. They just play so hard with 3 seniors, Abby Crane, Megan Barton, Janiah Thompson, all 1,000-point scorers. They are just a very, very talented team, and they have great support behind those seniors. Alicia Doyle, to me, was the MVP in the win over Nashville the other night. Avery Vanderzeel was outstanding. They don't have a deep bench, but they got some role players that do their job, and they're going to play for the chance to go to the state tournament coming up Monday night. We are going to go on and take our final break here on our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating pregame report. When we come back, the starting lineups and the tip-off. Carterville Lions basketball is next on News Radio WJPF. Just moments away from tip-off here at Carterville High School as the Lions host cross-county rival, the Herrin Tigers, the final regular season basketball game for the Carterville Lions. Herrin has one game left, and that's coming up next Friday night. It'll be senior night at Herrin High School next Friday. But here tonight, this is it, regular season finale for the Lions. The Herrin Tigers starting lineup for Coach Saylor Shirts. The Tigers come in 14-13 overall. They're going to go with the starting lineup of Brandon Anthony, the 5'11 guard, wears number 5. Also, the 5'11 guard, Jake Baumgart, the 6'4 forward, Reese Hartline, the 6'4 forward/guard, Billy Braid, and the 5'11 guard, Landon Boland. So for Coach Saylor Shirts, it will be Anthony, Baumgart, Hartline, Braid, and Boland.
Yeah, kind of a different lineup because of the injury to Luke Lacroix. It looks like they've made a change in their starting lineup that Matthew Brandon is going to start in place of Jake Baumgart, who has been sick.
Special presentation going on tonight. Janiah Thompson from the girls basketball team. This past week, in the first quarter against Janiah, became the all-time leading scorer in Carterville girls basketball history. Over 1,700 points for her career. And Matt Crane and Carterville High School recognizing JT here tonight. And what a moment, what a player.
And you're going to get to watch her play at SIU
next year.
So yeah, that's kind of neat that she's going to stay in the area and allow her family, friends, and Carterville fans to watch her continue her career.
Yeah, it's she is such a, and you know what, the thing too about that team, they're all just good athletes and great kids, and just so proud of them. And like you said a while ago, what an honor to have an opportunity to go to state with a win on Monday night, and looking forward to that. Starting lineup being announced here for the Herrin Tigers by Ed Smith, the PA announcer. Of course, it's going to be, as we mentioned, Landon Boland. Also, Matthew Brandon getting the start here tonight for Saylor Shirts. Billy Braid, Reese Hartline, and then Brandon Anthony, and the number 5 starter, Jake Baumgart. Carterville, of course, in the home whites here tonight. Nice Carterville crowd on the far side. Student section is packed out tonight. It's jersey night, favorite jersey night for the student section. I saw a Brett Favre jersey in there.
Yeah,
somewhere.
I actually spotted a couple of Blues jerseys.
We'll take that.
So we'll take
we go
that.
with the Blues, yeah. As the Herrin cheerleaders do their welcome cheer for their fans to our left. That band is ready to go, and we are going to be about 20, 25 minutes behind our normal start time here with the Pre-game ceremonies, senior night. Now the starting lineup for Coach Shane Hawkins and your Carterville Lions. 4 seniors, they all get the start tonight. Eli Downen, the lone junior, starting tonight. The 6'4 junior wearing number 24. He's combined for 38 points against these Herrin Tigers this year. Carson Pearson, the 5'8 senior at one guard. It will be the 5'11 senior, Nick Laird, gets the start for the Carterville Lions. Number 12 will Bryce Anderson.
Yep.
Now Austin Garvey, actually. Ed's messed up. That's okay. And then Connor Hawkins, the 4th senior, the 5th starter. Everybody's messing up. See, it's emotional for everybody.
Yeah, it is. I think another key to this game is, can Connor Hawkins find open space that's been hard for him to find the last few games? I mean, when he's on, he's a deadly shooter. And, when you're playing the likes of Pinckneyville and Nashville and even a Sparta team that's very athletic, he hasn't had that many opportunities to shoot the basketball from the outside.
And if he can get things going, it would be unusual for the Herrin Tigers to see it, because Connor Hawkins only has 3 points in 2 games against this Tigers squad.
Yeah, Connor really didn't start shooting well until the AJ game on the road a couple of months ago. So we'll see how it plays out. I think it's going to be an interesting game, and we'll just see how all this goes.
I think we're about ready for tip. Herrin players are on the floor. Here come the Carterville Lions. The officials are ready. The coaches are ready. Shane Hawkins in shirt and tie, suit and tie, sailor shirts and the polo. And we appreciate you tuning in. The lights dim around the gym here at Carterville High School. And we appreciate you tuning in to Lions Sports all season long. The Carterville Lions come away with the tip as we get this ball game started. Carson Pearson, Austin Garvey, Nick Laird, Connor Hawkins, and Eli Downen, the starting 5. Nick Laird takes the ball right in the circle to Eli Downen, who just pulls up for 3 and buries the first shot of the game for the Lions.
Well, over the last 3 or 4 games, Eli has really started to knock down that outside shot.
Brandon Anthony with the right-hand dribble for the Tigers takes it into the front court. Just underway, Carterville up 3-0. As Baumgart takes it to the rack, dumps it down low, the bucket and the foul, as it is Billy Braid that gets it to fall, and he's going to go to the line to shoot the and one.
Yeah, and it wasn't Brandon Anthony that got in the lane easily. It was Jake Baumgart, and Carterville never shut him off, and Herrin has a chance to tie this game with a free throw.
The foul. It's going to be on Nick Laird. The foul at the free throw line. Braid misses the and one, and Carterville maintains the 1-point lead. Carson Pearson dribbles to the left side of the floor. Connor Hawkins takes it on the left wing. Bounce pass to Nick Laird, top of the key. Right side it goes to Downen. Downen head fake, takes it to the lane, puts it up, gets fouled. He gets fouled by Reese Hartline.
Downen's been very good recently about seeing an opening and taking it instead of hesitating. Great job to recognize the fact that he could get to the lane rather easily, but Hartline was able to hit him on the arm to draw the foul.
1 team foul apiece here early on as Downen hits the first free throw. Eli scored 24 in the first game in the Pyramid Plus tournament against Herrin. He had 14 in game number 2. He's got all 5 of the Lions' points here early on. It's 5-2 Carterville. Anthony throws to the left side. Now the ball up top to Hartline. Hartline reverses, gets it back to Anthony on the right wing. Back to Hartline, top of the circle. Left side it goes to Baumgart. Takes it, puts it up with the right hand. No good. Down in the rebound. 6:35 remaining in the opening quarter. 3-point lead for the Lions. Downen into the paint. Step back jumper from the free throw line. Good.
Downen is on fire.
He's got 7. Carterville's up 5 at the 6:20 mark here in the opening quarter. Brandon Anthony between the leg dribble, between the circles. Left of the circle, takes it to the left block, puts it up off the glass. It won't fall. Eli Downen, another rebound for the Lions. Here comes Carson Pearson across the timeline. top of the circle. Down and thought about pulling up for three. He smiles and throws the ball away as he gave a little grin to Reese Hartline defensively.
Yeah, the pass was going to go to Connor Hawkins. He had gone inside but then fell down, and so that's the first turnover of the game for either team.
7-2, Lions up 5. Anthony takes it in, puts it up off the glass, no good. And the putback rebound is blocked, partially blocked. Garby comes away with it, dumps it to Downen. Into the right elbow. He takes it into the paint, puts the shot up, gets fouled, forced the shot, and Eli Downen a chance to go back to the stripe.
Right now it's Eli's down in 7, Herrin 2.
The Eli show. The foul on Herrin's Matthew Brandon. Downen's first free throw is good. He's got all 8 of the Carterville points here in this first quarter, and it's at the 5:39 mark. Downen second. Good. 9 for the 6'4 junior. Into the front court. Herrin basketball. Top of the circle to Billy Braid. He tries to dribble into the paint, cut off, dumps to the right wing, three-point attempt, no good. That taken by Baumgart. Carterville gets the board. Eli's going to slow it down. Shane Hawkins gives the play call to his Lions. Carson Pearson to Austin Garby. Now to the left wing, Connor Hawkins, who's yet to take a shot. Nick Laird has it back to Hawkins. Dumps it down low to Downen. The ball's tipped out of bounds. Good defense there by Billy Braid getting a hand on the pass.
Yeah, Downen definitely feeling it right now, and Carterville's trying to get the ball to the hot guy.
Absolutely. Stay with them while they're hot. On the left wing, Downen takes the short pass from Hawkins, gets bumped as he goes to the rack, and Eli's going to go to the line. Are they going to say it was on a shot or was it on the floor?
I think it was on the floor, but he beat Billy Braid out high and then got bumped on the inside, and that's already 3 team fouls on the Tigers.
Billy Braid has 1, Reese Hartline, and Matthew Brandon. Carterville triggers way out top. Connor Hawkins skies to grab that pass. Carterville holds in the front court. 4:50 remaining here in the opening quarter, and Carterville holds a 7-point lead. Carson Pearson being hounded by Brandon Anthony defensively. Austin Garby, he dumps his pass over to Connor Hawkins into the corner. Back to Pearson. Pearson between the circles. Drives into Brandon Anthony. Now passes back to the left side, left wing. Connor Hawkins to the free throw line. Carson Pearson wants to drive baseline, cut off by Anthony, who does a little John at Carson Pearson in his face up top. Pearson has the basketball. Good D by the Herrin Tigers, and they keep Carterville from driving, and the ball's tipped out of bounds.
Yeah, they got Pearson where they wanted him to go, and that was towards the baseline. They double-teamed him, and Carterville lucky to keep possession.
4:19 on the clock, 9-2 the score. Carson Pearson into the front court. Connor Hawkins, head fake, open three, good! Connor Hawkins on the board. Carterville up 9 here, halfway through the first quarter.
Carterville is coming out exactly the way they did last night.
10-point lead, excuse me. Wide open three for Anthony. He hits from the right corner. That's his first field goal of the game.
Well, you can't let him go off.
He was wide open. 12-5 the score at the 3:40 mark. Austin Garby, nice backdoor pass. Nick Laird gets the bucket and the foul. Nick Laird with a chance at the three-point play.
And it wasn't a great pass. It was a great look, and Laird was able to corral it, go up, score, and draw the foul.
The foul is on Reese Hartline. That's his second, the 14th foul on the Tigers. And the senior, Nick Laird, what a nice cut. And to handle that ball and get the bucket, chance for the three-point play. The free throw is good. Laird's got 3. Carterville back to a 10-point lead at the 3:35 mark. Brandon Anthony into the paint, puts the shot up. That's off the front of the iron. Carson Pearson gets the board, dumps it to Downen. He'll bring it across the stripe. Into the right wing, dump down into the paint. Garby turns around, gets the right-hand layup. Starting to spread the love with the ball now, and a timeout is called by Sailor Shirts. It's going to be a full. Carterville leads the Herrin Tigers 17-5 at the 3:20 mark here in the first quarter. This is Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF.
Being a teenager is tough.
There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Illinois' teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
At Carterville High School senior night. Herrin's basketball, taking it into the paint. That's Baumgart, puts the shot up, and he gets it to fall. That was a big timeout for Coach Sailor Shirts.
Yeah, he needed it because things were starting to get away from his Tiger squad.
17-7, 10-point lead for the Lions. Eli Downing up top. He looks inside, gets the ball to Garby. One man to beat, puts it on the block, puts it up off the glass, the bucket, and the foul. Austin Garby, a chance at the three-point play for the Lions.
Carterville has taken 6 shots from the field in the first quarter. They've made all of them. They've taken 5 free throw attempts. They've made all of them.
Matthew Brandon picked up his second foul. That's the 15th foul on Herrin. Garby misses the free throw attempt, and it's a 19-7 Lions lead. Herrin with the ball in the front court. Brandon Anthony on the right wing, skip pass left side. That is Billy Braid. Spin move, reverses, and a foul. Check foul is going to be called, I believe, on Nick Laird. Laird's going to come out of the game, as does Carson Pearson. Let's see, Caden Hawkins in. As it's Anthony that drives and gets the left-hand layup to fall. He's got 5. And it's back to a 10-point lead for the Lions.
Yeah, a little too easy for Anthony getting to the glass.
Connor Hawkins leaves the ball for Bryce Anderson, who's into the game for the first time. Downing's open for 3 on the left wing. Rattles that one home. Eli has 2 threes. He's already into double digits. Carterville up 22-9. Here come the Lions from the other end. Dump it to Caden Hawkins. Bryce Anderson had it on the elbow, thought about shooting, and passes it up. Gets it to Downing, who's open for 3 again.
Holy cow.
Eli unconscious here tonight. 25-9 Lions.
Unbelievable.
Backdoor cut is blocked by Eli Downing as he got a hand on the drive from Billy Braid. He's Superman tonight.
I bet he dressed in a phone booth tonight. He is just dominating on both ends of the floor. I think you're going to call a foul on Downing. I thought he called a block. It was just a block. But
I did too, but it's Billy Braid at the stripe, and he hits the first free throw. Coming out of the game for the Herrin Tigers will be Matthew Brandon. Carterville up 15, 25-10, a minute 41 remaining here in the opening quarter. The second free throw from Braid is good. He's got 4. 25-11. Carterville. Connor Hawkins is going to launch from 3. That's off the iron. Big rebound for Jake Baumgart. Quickly the other way, behind the back dribble. Dumps it down to the paint. Up with the shot, the bucket, and the foul. Billy Braid is going to go to the line for the and one.
Carterville's got to be careful here in the last minute 20, not to let Herrin close that gap to under 10 points. Carterville's had a fantastic start without question, but you can't let Herrin go to the free throw line and score with the time stop.
Yeah, Garby picked up the foul. Billy Braid converts the three-point play. He's got 7. And it's 25-14, an 11-point lead for the Lions. Bryce Anderson, crossover dribble between the circles. Anthony on him now. Over to Connor Hawkins. He feels it again. The three-point attempt no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be off the hands of Jake Baumgart. It's going to come right back to the Carterville Lions.
Yeah, that's just a bad break. Baumgart had the ball in front of Herrin's bench, heading up floor, and he lost control of it out of bounds.
Carterville will have it right at the Herrin bench. Down in triggers to Bryce Anderson. Anderson shouts out the play call for the Carterville Lions. 60 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Nice save from Caden Hawkins. Gets it to Downen. Downen's going to fire from 3. Way short. That's an air ball. Garby saves it right to the Tigers, taking it the other way. Brandon Anthony down off the block. The foul is going to be called on Bryce Anderson, I believe, and that's going to be on the floor before the shot.
Yeah, I mean, Downen, at this point, I'm not going to argue with any shot he takes. No. You know, McCarterville has missed their last 3 shots from the field.
45 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. 25-14. Herrin with the basketball. Will they hold for the final shot? Anthony's going to step back toward the logo, slow things down, gets the pick from Billy Braid. Anthony to Braid between the circle. Left side it goes to Landon Bolin. He takes it to the block, puts the shot up off the top of the backboard. Traveled with the basketball and gives it right back to the Lions. A chance to close out the quarter themselves.
Yeah, 3 turnovers now for Herrin, but Carterville up by 11 with a chance to make this a very impressive first quarter with a basket here.
Bryce Anderson strolls across the logo at midcourt. Right side to Caden Hawkins. He looks inside, skips it left side to the corner to Connor. Back around. It makes its way back to Caden Hawkins. Bryce Anderson with 8 seconds to Downen. Downen, head fake, crossover dribble, in the paint, puts it up, can't get it to fall, and a charging foul is going to be called on Eli Downen, foul number 2.
Yeah, a little out of control. If he comes into the lane and stops and pops, he's probably got 2 more points.
2 fouls on Eli, 16 fouls now on the Lions. With 1 second left, Brandon Anthony shot at the buzzer, no good. Wow, what a first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Carterville leads the Herrin Tigers 25-14. Second quarter action coming up next on News Radio WJPF.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
(25-14) as we head to the second quarter. What a first quarter, Scott Hudson.
73% from the field for Carterville, 42% for Herrin. Here's the bad news. Carterville's not going to shoot 72% the rest of this game probably, so they're going to have to play better defense.
25-14 as we're just underway here in the second. Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson. Herrin has the ball to open up the second quarter. Jake Baumgart now to the right side, the right corner. Bowen now to Anthony between the circles. A hand check out top. Nope, it's going to be on Garby down in the paint.
Yep, a little bit of physical play going on. And now what?
There's a lot of bit of physical
they're going to go to
play.
the free throw line. No, that's...
Yeah, that's the 17 foul.
Oh, okay, yep.
So that's going to put Billy Braid at the line, shooting the 1-and-1.
And this, by itself, is keeping Herrin in this game. They're 4 of 5 from the free throw line. I don't think Braid's missed one yet.
He's got 8 points in the game. Austin Garby checks out. Nick Laird will replace Garby. Billy Braid at the stripe. Second free throw coming. And it's good. 25-16 now. 30 seconds into the second quarter. Herrin picks up the defense in the backcourt. Carterville breaks the press. They get it to Nick Laird. Laird has it up top. Left side it goes to Bryce Anderson on the floor. Caden Hawkins, Anderson, Eli Downen, Nick Laird, Connor Hawkins. Baseline drive is picked off. The pass from Caden Hawkins, another turnover on the Lions. The other way, Baumgart takes it the length of the floor, dumps it to the right wing. Open three, buried. Billy Braid is having a fantastic game as well. He's got a dozen, and it's a 6-point lead for the Lions.
Well, you knew Herrin was going to make a run. Now let's see how Carterville responds to that Herrin run.
Carterville needs a bucket here. Bryce Anderson bounced past to Caden Hawkins. Back to Anderson. Connor Hawkins has it toward the left corner. Back over. Working around the top of the key. Connor Hawkins head fake, steps inside the arc, dumps it down low to Downen, gets fouled, and Eli Downen is going to go to the free throw line, and Billy Braid has picked up his second foul. That's going to be the 16th foul on the Herrin Tigers, but Eli Downen's at the stripe shooting 2.
Yeah, he had Braid on his back, and Downen just took him to the hole.
Downen's got 15, and his first free throw rims out. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson and the entire City of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of Lions sports. It's been so busy, haven't even had a chance to read my sponsors. Downen's second free throw is good. 16 now in the game for Eli Downen. 26-19. Brandon Anthony. Over on the right side, Billy Braid, who's had a hot hand here for the Herrin Tigers. To Bolin. Gets it to Baumgart. Crossover. Gets it to the right wing. Now to Brandon Anthony. Hartline takes it on the baseline. Skip past left wing. Baumgart. Little short 10-foot jumper's good from the baseline. Nice shot from Jake Baumgart.
Well, they've hit 3 of their last 4 shots in the field, and that's got them back into the game.
Within 5, 26-21. Nick Laird, head fake on the right wing. Eli Downen over to Caden Hawkins to Bryce Anderson. They want to get him trapped down in the corner. He breaks it, gets it to Downen. Downen loses the ball, but gets it back. Bolin bumps into Downen. Downen out of control, and they call Eli Downen with the travel.
Yeah, he got the ball out high and tried to go inside, but lost control of it, traveled. And just like that, with a 3, Herrin could pull to within 2 after being blown out in the first quarter.
And Brandon Anthony pull-up jumper from 12 is good. He's got 7. Herrin's on a roll now. They trail by 3. Caden Hawkins, head fake, no, doesn't shoot, gets it to Anderson. His right-hand floater's no good. Rebound to Hayden Mayer. The other way, up and under. Brandon Anthony is pulled the Herrin Tigers to within 1, 26-25.
Carterville's missed their last 4 shots from the field. Herrin's hit their last 4.
Carterville's yet to score here in the second quarter. They led it 25-14 at the end of 1. They need a bucket in a bad way. Actually, they've got 1 free throw. Carson Pearson. Left of the circle to Downen toward the left corner. Crossover dribble, ball's out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lions.
Yeah, Eli's got to be careful about trying to do too much right now.
The Herrin Tiger fans are happy as they have pulled to within 1 point, 26-25. 30-second timeout here on News Radio WJPF.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
26-25, Carterville leads this game by 1 point. Herrin has clawed its way back in to the game against the Lions. Carterville's basketball coming out of the timeout. Bryce Anderson, he's open for three from the left wing, no good. Shot is missed, bounced around, and Brandon Anthony's tied up from Nick Laird, and they're going to call a foul on Nick Laird. That's going to be foul number 3.
Yeah, Carterville's just as hot as they were early in the first quarter. They have gone stone cold from the field, missing their last 5 shots from the field. And with 2 free throws here, Herrin could take the lead with 4:20 still left in the second. That seemed like a pipe dream about 6 minutes ago.
Anthony, wearing number 5, the 5'11 sophomore, hits the first free throw. We are tied at the 4:20 mark of the second quarter. And now Herrin takes the lead, 27-26. Anthony into double digits with those free throws, picks off a pass, takes it the other way, steps through the lane, a whistle and a foul before the shot on Bryce Anderson.
Now Anderson, just a poor pass as Anthony just jumped out in the passing lane.
Coach Shane Hawkins has to take a seat.
Yeah.
That's frustrating. You have a 14, 15-point lead, and Anthony's free throw falls.
Well, they have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 free throws. That means they've made 8 points with no time running.
Yep. There's 4:10 on the clock. Anthony's second rims out. Connor Hawkins, the rebound for the Lions. 4:06 remaining here in the first half. 28-26, Tigers have got the 2-point lead now. The ball is on the floor. Downen gets it. They're going to say he traveled with the basketball. And it's going to give it right back to the Herrin Tigers.
An unforced error. There was no real pressure on Downen, and that is 6 turnovers now in Carterville. They have just imploded since the middle of the first quarter.
With the basketball, Mayer to Anthony. Anthony's going to dribble it toward the right wing. Brings the ball up top to Jake Baumgart. Baumgart looks inside. Now to Boland. Landon Boland back to Baumgart. Left of the circle, dribbles top of the key. Has Bryce Anderson on him. Crossover dribble, pass to the right side. Brandon Anthony, 12-foot jumper off the iron, no good. Rebound inside. Shot is partially blocked, goes out of, it's going to be saved by the Lions. And here come the Carterville Lions. Good defense there by Carterville. They need a bucket on the offensive end. Here's Connor Hawkins from the left corner. Connor has 2 3-pointers. Carterville's up by 1, 29-28.
Well, they needed that in the worst way.
Jake Baumgart, pass is just thrown away. I think it was intended for Billy Braid, but he goes out of bounds and he gives it to the Lions. This Lions broadcast brought to you by IBEW Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members, a better life for all. 2:53 remaining. Connor Hawkins' pass is blocked. It winds it back in his hand, steps through, gets it to Carson Pearson. Bryce Anderson, Caden Hawkins, baseline drive, pulls it up, has his ball tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it's going to stay with the Carterville Lions.
Yeah, Caden, when he gets the ball, he's got to try not to go baseline because he's going to get trapped, and then he has nowhere to go with the pass.
And that's exactly what happened there. Just caused a lot of confusion. 29-28, 2:35 remaining here in the first half. Pearson's pass to Bryce Anderson. Anderson bounce pass to Caden Hawkins on the right wing to Downen. 12-footer, in and out, no good. Brandon Anthony the rebound. He wants to run. 3-on-2. Pass to Landon. Puts the shot up. Gets it to fall. Nice shot from Brandon Anthony. That's his first field goal of the game. 30-29 Herrin.
Now Carterville's got to do a better job on a missed shot to get down the floor.
The pass from Pearson to Connor Hawkins is tipped out of bounds by Brandon Anthony.
This Herrin run all started when Herrin went to a zone trap defense. It really confused Carterville.
And they've stayed in it so far. Pearson to Caden Hawkins. Now to Connor. From long range, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound to the Tigers. Anthony across the timeline. He is just so fast. A foul on the Carterville Lions is going to be called.
No, it's on Herrin.
Oh. Oh, on Brandon Anthony. That's the first on Anthony. They're going to say
pushed off with his elbow or his forearm.
as he went driving down the lane.
So Carterville down by 1, which still seems hard to believe after their start, has a chance to retake the lead.
Coming up on our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal halftime report, we'll break down this first half of action. There's a lot to talk about. Pearson's pass to Connor Hawkins. Double teamed in the corner. His pass is tipped. He goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lions.
Carterville's got to quit throwing the ball to the corner. That's where Herrin wants them to go the ball. They're going to get double teamed. You have nowhere to go.
They are letting you go to the corner.
Yeah,
and as soon as you get there, they set the trap.
When you play a zone, whether it's a trap or just a regular zone, the ball needs to go the middle. That way you can go anywhere, inside or out.
Minute 22 remaining. Pearson drives, dumps it to Bryce Anderson. His three-point attempt no good. Pearson the rebound, gets it down low to Downen, has the ball stripped away. The other way, Herrin on the run. Anthony off the glass, shot no good. Downen the rebound. Carterville player on the dirt. That's Caden Hawkins. He's back up. 62 seconds remaining here in the first half. What a ball game. 30-29. The Herrin Tigers have fought their way back from a 16-point deficit, and they have the lead by 1. 50 seconds on the clock. The final game, regular season game for the Carterville Lions. Herrin has 1 left. That's their senior night next Friday night. Bryce Anderson, Caden Hawkins. Downen, turnaround jumper from the free throw line. As hot as he was in the first quarter, he's equally as cold in the second. Anthony the other way, the floater no good. The shot and putback is good. I think that was Matthew Brandon.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And Carterville has the ball. They trail by 3. 14 seconds remaining in the half. The fans are on their feet for the Herrin Tigers to our right. 5 seconds on the clock. Pearson drives the baseline, gets bumped, and man, what a break there as he got fouled by the Herrin Tigers, Jake Baumgart.
Now the zone trap that Herrin has employed since the start of the second quarter has really confused Carterville. Carterville only has 1 field goal in this second quarter, and that was a 3 by Connor Hawkins.
They have 4 points in the second quarter. Herrin on the other end had 14 at the end of 1. They're at 32 now. Pearson's shot, his free throw is no good, but the ball was tipped and it goes off the top of the board and fell into the net, but the shot is no good. It doesn't count.
Nope.
Top of the backboard is out of play. 1.1 second, length of the floor to go. Jake Baumgart will trigger. Baseball pass to the other end. Caught. Shot at the buzzer. He did walk before, but no call. But they got the shot off, and at the end of the first half, the Herrin Tigers have absolutely fought their way back to take the 3-point lead, 32-29. Wow, what a first half. Stay tuned. Our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal halftime report is next on News Radio WJPF. Okay.
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Illinois knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Illinois needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
We're at the half here at Carterville High School. What a half it was, Scott Hudson. 32-29. It was the 4:20 mark when the Herrin Tigers took the lead over the Carterville Lions.
Well, Carterville had 11-point lead after one. Then Carterville only had one field goal in that second quarter. That a three by Connor Hawkins. Carterville shot 50% for the first half, but only shot 14% in the second quarter. Herrin shot 48% in that first half. They shot 6 of 11 in that second quarter. Herrin was 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Carterville 6 of 9. Rebounding, both teams had 9 rebounds. Downham led Carterville with 4. 2 for Bumgart, 2 for Bolin, 2 for Mayer to lead the Tigers. Carterville with 7 turnovers in that first half. Herrin with 5. You couple the turnovers in the second quarter with the poor shooting by Carterville. That's why Herrin came storming back and has a 3-point lead.
When you look at the scoring for first the Herrin Tigers, they are led by actually Billy Braid and Brandon Anthony, each with 12 first half points. Throw in there 4 points from Jake Baumgart, 2 from Matt Brandon, and a field goal from Landon Bolin. 32 first half points scored by the Herrin Tigers. For the Carterville Lions, it was Eli Downen. It was all Eli. And all of his points, I believe, except for one free throw, came in the first quarter. He leads the Lions with 16 points.
Well, he just had a dominating first quarter, and that's when Herrin was playing man-to-man. Coach Schertz had to do something different, and he did, and he went to the zone, and it worked. Carterville didn't shoot the ball well in the second quarter. Carterville turned the ball over in the second quarter, and now Carterville's got a fight on their hands.
Well, give credit to Sailor Schertz for making that call and going to that zone, and because it's worked, and it allowed Herrin to get back into the game. Others getting into the scorebook for the Lions. Connor Hawkins has 2 3-pointers for 6 points. Austin Garby with 4. Nick Laird has 3. And that's it. 29 points for the Carterville Lions. 32-29. The girls basketball team is being recognized, and they are heading off to the Super Sectionals Monday night. Scott against Two Topless, the Wooden Shoes, one of the most storied programs in girls basketball in Illinois. But that's going to be a lot of fun to watch that game Monday.
Yep, one step away from a state tournament. You know, it's going to be exciting. A lot of girls, a lot of boys who go to high school to play athletics do not even get this opportunity to get to a Super Sectional, let alone a state tournament. So best of luck to the girls Monday night.
They are holding their sectional championship trophy that they earned this past week. We're going to go on and take a break here on our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal halftime report. Scott and I will continue on News Radio WJPF. Back at Carterville High School, Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson, and 32-29 the score here, Scott. And Carterville, if you're Shane Hawkins, what are you saying to your squad in the locker room?
You got to solve.
Shoot the ball.
You've got to solve Herrin's zone defense.
Yeah.
You've got to do that. And the ball against the zone, if you get the ball into the middle, let's say at the free throw line or inside the paint, that's where everything opens up because they're trying to get Carterville trapped on the outside. If you get the ball inside, then a lot of things open up for Carterville. Defensively, nope. Anthony started to come alive in that second quarter. They've got to make sure on the defensive end they don't let him take over this game.
Anthony has a dozen, as does Billy Braid, to lead the Herrin Tigers. But as impressive as the first quarter was for the Carterville Lions, some of the hottest shooting that we've seen from the Lions all season, and actually in 3 or 4 seasons, equally as impressive to see the Herrin Tigers claw back into that in the second quarter.
Well, as I said at the end of the first quarter, the bad news is Carterville is not going to shoot 73% every quarter of this game, so they're going to have to at some point, be good on the defensive end. I did not expect, though, Carterville only to make 1 field goal in the second quarter. I thought they would, obviously hit a few more shots than that. But here's the other thing. Herrin went to the free throw line early in this game, or it seemed like, because Carterville kept fouling. And it got Braid to the free throw line, who made a lot of free throws. So Herrin started this comeback at the free throw line. Then when they got to within 10, they started doing it on the offensive end.
Herrin Tigers are the first team out of the locker room, and we just want to remind you, the next game for the Carterville Lions will be on Monday night at the Vienna Regional. They're going to play the host team, the Vienna Eagles. 7:30, I believe, is tip-off. Scott is going to have that game right here on NewsRadio WJPF. I'm going to head to McLeansville, Hamilton County, for the girls' game on Monday night, and be watching social media after tonight's game, and tomorrow get the link for that live stream for the girls' game. You'll be right here on the regular call.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've never been to Vienna's gym. I've been told what the setup is. Of course, there will be a game before the Carterville game. AJ and Johnson City play, so we might not have as long a pregame show because I may have to wait till the AJ crew leaves the broadcast position. But anyway, I'll be down there. I'll do what I can with the boys, and you do what you can with the girls.
We'll see how that goes. Good luck to both of those teams coming up on Monday night. We're going to go on and take our final break here as we wrap up our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal halftime report. When we come back, what's going to happen in this second half? Who knows? We'll find out together. This is Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF.
Being a teenager is tough.
There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Illinois' teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson alongside. The final regular season game for the Carterville Lions, and they want to come away a winner They trail Herrin here at the break as we get start for the third quarter, 32-29.
Well, I don't think the halftime could have gotten here any sooner for Carterville. Kind of hopefully that momentum is gone for Herrin. Carterville gets the ball to start this third quarter.
And they're moving right to left on your radio dial. Thank you for listening to Lions Sports all season long here on News Radio WJPF. It's been a pleasure to bring it to you. Nick Laird, bounce pass right side to Pearson. Downen from just inside the arc puts the shot up. That's a good sign for the second half. Eli has 18, and Carterville's to within 1.
The second half could come down to the Brandon Anthony, Eli Downen show.
Absolutely. Bounce pass is tipped away defensively by Eli Downen. It was intended for Brandon Anthony. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Tony Gates State Farm. With more drivers than any other company, get to a better state with your neighborhood State Farm agent. Into the paint, the shot blocked, put back up, rolls off the rim. And Nick Laird gets the rebound for the Lions. Takes it across midcourt, dumps it to the right side. Connor Hawkins between the circles. Pearson now left side. Laird from about 15, his shot off the back of the iron. Connor Hawkins battles for the board. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Herrin Tigers.
Yeah, Laird had a good shot, just didn't get it to go.
Good look. You like them mid-range jumpers.
You'll take them all day and twice on Sunday.
32-31, a minute gone here in the third quarter. Herrin's basketball. They work it around to Anthony. Spin move to the block on the left side. Bank shot off the glass, no good. Ball rebound comes off long. 2 players down behind the play. 1 for each team. They're up and going back the other end. Downen to Connor Hawkins. A long 3, good. Connor Hawkins, his third three-pointer. He's got 9. And Carterville back in the lead, 34-32.
Carterville needed a good start. So far, so good.
Brandon Anthony between the leg dribble to Baumgart toward the right side. Left-hand dribble back to Anthony. Carterville in a zone defense now. Anthony takes it just inside the free throw line. Shot is off the iron, no good. Rebound put up, and a foul is going to be a reach-in foul on Eli Downen. Downen's third, and at the line is going to be the free throw sharpshooter, Billy Braid.
Well, Herrin has not scored yet in this third quarter, but they've gotten 3 offensive rebounds. Carterville's got to do a better job of blocking them off of the board.
Billy Braid with a dozen. It's the first free throw. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Home Renew. Serving all of Southern Illinois. Protect what matters most with Home Renew. You can call 694-9100. Call Home Renew. 6:05 of the clock. Second free throw from Braid is no good. Carterville holds on to a 1-point lead, 34-33. Into the front court, Bryce Anderson to Eli Downen. Skip pass long, far side. Over the head of Carson Pearson, turns the ball over and gives it right back to the Herrin Tigers. Here come the Tigers. Brandon Anthony to Baumgart, who took an extra step, giving the ball right back to the Carterville Lions.
Carterville, that 1-point lead here early in the third. Let's see if they can extend that on this possession against that Herrin 1-3-1 zone.
Bryce Anderson down to Garby. Back to Anderson. He's on the left wing, left of the circle to Downen. Wide open 3 from Anderson from the left side. Good, Bryce Anderson. His first field goal. Big one comes here at the 5:23 mark of the third. Carterville's up 4, 37-33. Ball is on the floor. Garby battles for it, comes away with it, gets it to Connor Hawkins. Another turnover on the Tigers. That was a scrum down there on the baseline. Bryce Anderson has it left wing to Eli Downen. Long 3 off the iron, no good, and it goes out of bounds. Watch out over on the far side. Connor Hawkins trying to dive for the ball, but he's okay.
Yeah, Carterville, good start here with 2 turnovers in this third quarter. They're still over from the field.
37-34, Lions on top. Sailor Shirts gives the play called to Brandon Anthony. He sets the offense for this Herrin Tigers squad. Crossover dribble. Billy Braid, nice. taking it to the hole, lays it off the glass. Nice and easy. He's got 15, and Herrin's to within 2. Long-range 3 from Connor Hawkins. Ball was saved from going out of bounds by Bryce Anderson, but right to the Tigers. Here comes Anthony. Bounce pass is tipped away. Good D by the Lions. Sliding on the floor, Connor Hawkins trying to save it. Goes out of bounds. It's going to stay again with the Tigers.
Yeah, Braid may be one of the most, if not most improved player on Herrin's team. From the time we saw them, and even in the Illinois Holiday Tournament, Braid was not a main factor on the team, but he's played well of late.
And he's just a junior as well, 6'4". He's having a good game here tonight. Brandon Anthony puts the pass down low, and the bank shot is good from Reese Hartline. That's Hartline's first field goal. We're tied at 37. On the left wing, Caden Hawkins has an open 3, steps into it, too strong. Anthony the rebound. Carterville's got the double team. Anthony just throws it off the leg of Austin Garvey. It's going to stay with the Herrin Tigers.
I don't think Caden wanted to take that shot because he hesitated at first, but they backed off, and he felt like, well, I've got to take it if they're going to give it to me.
Had no chance, but no choice, rather, as back-to-back field goals now for Reese Hartline, and Herrin's up 2.
And Herrin, well, no, looks like they're still in a matchup zone now.
Carterville's doing a better job, though, here in the third quarter. Garby has it on the elbow, puts the shot up, banks it home. Austin Garby, he's got 6. Sometimes I don't know how he gets that shot to fall. 39-39. Putback shot is good from Billy Braid after he missed the first one. 17 for Braid. 2-point lead, rather, for the Tigers. Eli Downen inside the arc from 12. Shot off the iron too strong.
Carterville's one and done on the offensive end.
Brandon Anthony runs right over, and a charge is called on Brandon Anthony as he ran right over the top of Bryce Anderson, who's a little slow to get to his feet. I think he took a shot to the jaw.
Well, unfortunately for Carterville, that's only Anthony's second foul.
41-39, Tigers on top. We're at the 3-minute mark here of the third quarter. Eli Downen. Now to Caden Hawkins, back to Downen. Into the free throw line. Anderson to Connor Hawkins, who hits from the right wing. Connor now has 4 3-pointers. You got to remember, he only had 3 points against Herrin in the 2 games together. At the 2:46 mark, we have a timeout, a 30-second timeout. This is Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by SIH, a comprehensive network of care. Visit online at SIH.net. 42-41, Lions with a 1-point lead, the 2:40 mark here of the third quarter. Brandon Anthony to the free throw line, cut off nicely by Bryce Anderson defensively. Back to Anthony. Now they work it down to the baseline. Skip pass right wing to the right corner. Billy Braid, Garby on him. Anthony takes the pass up top between the circles. Dribbles to the right wing. Crossover, bounce pass into the paint. Controlled by the Tigers. They continue to hold. Landon. Pass to Reese Hartline is good. He's got 6, and it's a 1-point Tiger lead. Back and forth we go here in the third quarter. 2:02 remaining. 43-42. Herrin on top of Carterville. Bryce Anderson to Garby at the free throw line. Gets a lane, loses the handle. The ball goes out of bounds. They say it was slapped out of bounds by the Tigers.
Carterville has been basically a perimeter team in this game, and I'm a little surprised as the Carterville's not gone inside more.
Long 3 from Connor Hawkins is no good. Caden gets the rebound, bounce pass to Bryce Anderson. His 3-ball from right side is good. Bryce Anderson, he showed up here in the second half. He's got 6, and the shot on the other end by Anthony
No, that was Bolin.
Oh, Bolin.
As Herrin beat Carterville down the floor.
45-45, a minute 25 remaining here in the third quarter. Austin Garmey's fouled from behind as he was going strong to the rack, and he's going to go to the line to shoot free throws.
This will be Carterville's first free throw attempts in the second half. Garby, not a great free throw shooter, but boy, Carterville could definitely use 2 here.
Austin Garby at the stripe. Free throw's no good. He has 6 points in the game.
Yeah, they've missed their last 4 free throws.
Carson Pearson replaces Connor Hawkins. Connor, the senior. Special moment between he and his dad and his mom in the pregame. We have a whistle, and that may be a lane violation.
No, well,
they hadn't made the finish.
They had already given Garby the ball. You cannot let somebody come in that's at the scores table once the free throw shooter has the ball. So that was a mistake by the official.
So Garby has another opportunity here at the 1:19 mark of the third. He misses that one badly off the front of the iron. Here comes Brandon Anthony with it for the Tigers. Dumps it down low. Billy Braid, he just banks it off the glass. Racks up 2 more points. He's got 19. 2-point lead for the Tigers. On the right wing, Carson Pearson, lob pass. Garby just throws it away. That's an unforced error on the Lions.
But Carterville better get back because here comes Herrin.
Spin move. Anthony loses the ball, gives it back to the Lions. Quickly the other way. Carson Pearson. Now to Caden Hawkins. Skip pass left side. Bryce Anderson drives the baseline, runs down, hands it to Garby, banks it off the glass, and he gets fouled. And Austin Garby, once again, going to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Carterville 0 for 5. They've missed their last 5 free throw attempts. When you're in a close game like this, every free throw matters.
Jake Baumgart picks up the foul. Team foul number 3 on Herrin. Austin Garby, the 6'1 senior, hits the free throw. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. Downtown Carterville for over 30 years. They'll handle any heating or cooling system issue. Call 985-2502. Second free throw, not good. Carterville trails by 1, 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 47-46. With the basketball on the right side, handing it to Brandon Anthony. Hayden Mayer into the game for the Tigers. Billy Braid on the left wing, crossover dribble. Now to Brandon Anthony, 22 seconds. He's going to step back toward midcourt. Hold for the final shot. Mayer to Anthony. Anthony between the circles. Works around the screen from Billy Braid, but backs it up. 7 seconds, 6 on the clock. Now to the left wing. Braid into the paint, puts the shot up. Doesn't get it to fall. Carterville the rebound, and they can't get a shot off. At the end of the third quarter, the Herrin Tigers lead the Carterville Lions 47-46. A 1-point ball game as we head to the fourth quarter. Stay tuned. Fourth quarter action is next on News Radio WJPF.
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Illinois knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Illinois needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
So we head to the fourth quarter. Scott Hudson, 47-46, our score.
Yep, sets up to be a great finish. Carterville 50% from the field in the third. Herrin, though, 54%.
Herrin has the ball to start play here in the fourth quarter, and the shot from Billy Braid is good. He's got 21 in the game. The first two games between these two teams, Billy Braid had 2 points total.
Yeah, he's dominating on the inside tonight.
Bryce Anderson, the right-hand dribble on the right wing, left of the circle to Pearson. They dump the ball, or they try to dump the ball to Downen on the low block. It's tipped out of bounds off the Herrin Tigers.
Yeah, Herrin's gone back to a man-to-man. So let's see how Carterville attacks that.
Connor Hawkins receives the inbound pass, gets it to Pearson. Now right side, Caden Hawkins, the freshman. He gives it up to Bryce Anderson. 49-46, Tigers a 3-point lead over the Carterville Lions. Nice backdoor pass was there, but bad passes picked off. Turnover on the Lions, and then a double dribble by Billy Braid coming out with the ball, gives it right back to the Lions. Stay tuned. We've got our Orthopedic Institute post-game report coming up. We're going to talk with the 4 seniors. We're going to talk to head coach Shane Hawkins as we wrap up the regular season here at Carterville High School senior night. Pearson takes the ball into the paint, retreats, gets it back to Bryce Anderson. He leaves it down low for Garby. Layup is good from Garby. Austin has 9, 49-48.
Now good dish by Anderson.
Turnover on the Tigers. Garby takes it to the glass. Layup is good. Austin Garby has 11. And now Carterville's up 1, 50-49.
What a big steal by the senior Garby. He took it himself.
On the left side, that is Jake Baumgart. Baumgart to Brandon Anthony. Backdoor pass is tipped away defensively by Eli Downen. It's going to stay with the Herrin Tigers. On the baseline, Landon Bowen will trigger. Gets it to Anthony, who's down right underneath the glass. Nice job handling the pass, getting it to go. 51-50, Herrin Tigers. Back and forth, this game is gone. At one point, Carterville a 16-point lead in the first quarter. Herrin tied it at the 4:20 mark of the second. Long-range three from Anderson's no good. Rebound to the Tigers. Brandon Anthony with his speed comes across the timeline. Takes it to the right side. Between the leg dribble, sets the offense. Sailor shirt standing on the sideline. Right next to Brandon Anthony. He gets the ball to Baumgart. 12-footer, good from Baumgart.
Anderson went for the steal, missed it. Baumgart able to go in and score from about 8 feet.
Baumgart has 6. It's a 3-point lead now for Herrin Tigers, 53-50. Carterville's ball, long-range three from Downen. Off the iron, bounces twice, out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Carterville Lions.
Yeah, Carterville's really been, Dave, nothing but a perimeter team in this game. They've got a few points in the paint, but
Herrin in transition, though.
And Herrin's done a lot of damage inside tonight with Braid.
I'd like to see a shot chart for the game.
Yeah.
5:20, the clock rolls. 3-point lead for the Tigers. Connor Hawkins to Bryce Anderson. Back to Hawk on the left wing. He's going to launch from 3 and buries it. Right side, Connor Hawkins. He's got 15. He's hit 5 threes in this game. And we're tied at 53 at the 5-minute mark. Brandon Anthony, right-hand dribble, right side to Billy Braid, now left side. Landon Bolin with it. Gives it to Hayden Mayer. Down at Baumgart, drives into Bryce Anderson, no call. Open 3, right wing, hit from Hayden Mayer.
He's only a freshman.
And hits his first field goal of the game. 56-53 Herrin. 4.5 remaining in the game. Shane Hawkins yells at his Lions team just in front of him. Sets the offense. Downen, he drives the baseline, puts his shoulder down, takes it to the hoop, and banks it home. 20 in the game for Eli Downen, the 6'4 junior. Carterville trails 1, 56-55. Brandon Anthony bounces the ball back and forth, left, right hand. Gets the play call from head coach Sailor Shirts. Gets the pick from Billy Braid on the right wing. Behind the back move. Nice move. Puts the shot up off the iron. No good. Rebound to Mayer. Long three from the left wing. Buried from Jake Baumgart.
Herrin has 7 offensive rebounds in this game, and if Carterville loses, that'll be one of the big reasons why.
Timeout at the 3:51 mark here in the fourth quarter. It's a 30-second timeout. Herrin leads it 59-55 on News Radio WJPF. $59-55 the score here at the 3:51 mark of the third quarter.
Well, Carterville's going to have to score on almost every possession here. I know they're in down by 4. Either that or they're going to have to get some stops defensively. But as I mentioned, Herrin with 7 offensive boards in this game. At least 2 of those have resulted in a 3.
The clock rolls under 3:45. 59-55. Herrin Tigers. Lions have the ball, though. Anderson gets a lane to the hoop. Wow, a lot of contact and no call. Shot is blocked. Here comes the Herrin Tigers the other way. Baumgart, crossover dribble, gets it to Brandon Anthony. Herrin would like to extend this 4-point lead.
Well, Herrin's just going to pull it out and force Carterville to probably have to foul. Herrin's in no hurry to score unless it's a back door.
They'll run the offense. Brandon Anthony to Baumgart. Connor Hawkins into him. Reach-in foul finally called on the near side. Connor Hawkins.
And the problem is that's only Carterville's second foul, team foul. They're going to have to foul 4 more times, actually 5, before Herrin would even go to the free throw line.
Inbounds pass to Anthony. Pearson on him defensively. Crosses over, behind the back dribble. Stabs in, backs it up. 3 minutes remaining in the game. 59-55. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson, Bryce Anderson bumps in to the driving Jake Baumgart.
Well, Reese Hartline pushed the Carterville player into the Herrin player.
That's what I thought.
And
no call.
No call. I mean, okay.
Team foul number 3. 2:55 on the clock.
Brandon Herrin's just going to pull it out, run clock. Carterville's just got to start fouling so they get to the 17 foul.
Coach Hawkins tells Carson Pearson, come up on Anthony, reaches in, grabs hold of Anthony with his offhand. Carson Pearson, his first foul, team foul number 4. Same thing. Baumgart will trigger from the Herrin bench. 4 options, they get it to the third option. That is Reese Hartline. Now, Baumgart to Brandon Anthony. Once again, he'll come to the corner, crosses over, gets the pick, backs it up toward midcourt. Austin Garby retreats. Carson Pearson steps out defensively. They work around the perimeter, backs it up again between the leg dribble. Bump foul by Connor Hawkins. Foul number 2 on Hawk. 5th team foul on the Lions.
Yeah, Carterville let about 20 seconds or so run off the clock before they fouled.
Foul from behind by Carson Pearson on the inbounds pass. His second, team foul 6.
Well, they definitely don't want to foul Billy Braid.
No.
And you know Herrin's going to try to get the ball into the hands of Brandon Anthony.
So Connor Hawkins checks out. Nick Laird comes into the game for the Lions. 2:15 remaining in the game. 4-point lead for the Tigers. 59-55. Still no foul. Nice pass down low. Landon Bolin has a shot blocked from behind. Carterville forces the turnover. They've got a chance to pull to the within 1. Timeout. Oh, we've got an official behind the play.
Got it popped. There looks like maybe some blood on the well, I don't know if that's blood or
tape.
Yeah.
I think it's a 3-point tape. I didn't see what happened. I don't know.
Yeah, it was underneath the Herrin basket. And apparently he's got an issue. I think maybe he just got popped in the jaw. Yeah. Yeah, he's telling
Mike Stroud
that, hey, I got hit in the jaw.
Just below us here. We're going to go on and take a break, 30 seconds. We'll be back on News Radio WJPF.
Yep.
$59-55, the official's okay. As he was checked out, says he's fine. I didn't even see him. All of a sudden, he come walking through the back of behind the play, calling a timeout. 59-55, under 2 to play, a minute 52. Carterville basketball trails by 4. Eli Downen, the junior, to Austin Garvey between the circles. Now to Carson Pearson. Pearson, backdoor pass to Anderson. Open 3 from Downen, short. Rebound. That was not a good look from Eli Downen.
No, and again, one and done. Herrin has gotten offensive rebounds tonight.
Carterville forces a turnover in the backcourt. Carson Pearson, right-hand layup is good. Carterville, or Pearson's first field goal, 2-point game, minute 17 remaining, 59-57.
Now, you don't see Brandon Anthony turn the ball over like that very often.
Well, Carterville double-teamed him on the defense, forced him to turn it over. A whistle and a foul. No walk is being called. They're going to call a foul on Carterville. Carson Pearson picked up the foul, his third, and at the line will be Herrin's Jake Baumgart. Jake has 9 points in the game. Herrin a 2-point lead. Baumgart's free throw was good.
Now they're 2 of 3 here in the second half. Carterville 1 of 4.
60-57, the 1:05 mark here in the fourth quarter. Baumgart, the 5'11 senior, second free throw was good. 11 now for Baumgart. It's a 4-point lead for the Tigers. Carterville's ball, though. Bryce Anderson to Downen, drives the baseline, puts the shot up, and a blocking call is going to be called on the Tigers. That's going to be on Baumgart. His third personal foul. It's going to be the 15th foul now on the Herrin Tigers. And Eli Downen, who has 20 points in this game, is at the line. First one is good. Stay tuned. We're going to name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. We're going to talk to our 4 seniors on this Carterville Lions team and head coach Shane Hawkins. Connor Hawkins is going to come out of the game. Townsend Barton replaces him defensively. So for the last 55 seconds, it's Pearson, Anderson, Barton, Garvey, Downen. The free throw was good. And the clock rolls 50 seconds. 2-point game, 61-59. Carterville needs to force a stop here with 40 seconds, but they're going to have to foul. They do. It's finally called as Carson Pearson wraps up Brandon Anthony, and that's going to put Anthony, the sophomore, with 14 points in the game, at the line, shooting the 1-and-1. Townsend Barton checks out. Connor Hawkins in to the game for his 3-point shooting. Anthony hits the free throw.
Yeah, Herrin has been better at the free throw line as well in this game. They've only missed 3. Carterville's missed 6.
Second from Anthony is good. What a ball game, folks. The final 35 seconds coming up. It's a 4-point lead for the Herrin Tigers. Eli Downen Left of the circle to Austin Garvey. He's top of the key. Gets it to Downen. Downen's just going to fire from 3. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound to Jake Baumgart, and a foul by the Lions on the other end is going to put Jake Baumgart at the line shooting the 1-and-1.
Yeah, a couple free throws here. He can just about turn the lights out on what was an absolute awesome start by Carterville. And it looks like they're going to go down to defeat for the second time this weekend.
4-point lead for the Herrin Tigers. And it stays a 4-point lead as Baumgart misses the free throw. Here they come, final 17 seconds. Right side, Carson Pearson has the basketball to Bryce Anderson. Anderson has his pass tipped off. Ball game. 63-59, Carterville's forced to foul. And what a comeback win. You have to give it to the Herrin Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, they were down, 16, 17 points in the first quarter, but Carterville only one field goal in the second quarter. And they didn't shoot free throws well. And, yeah, you got to give it to Herrin. They didn't have a full lineup, but they did enough to come back and win this ball game.
Anthony hits the first free throw, so he'll get the bonus. It's a 5-point Tiger lead, 8.8 seconds remaining in the contest. Free throw no good, rebound to Downen. Herrin can just let him go, 6-5. Downen's going to launch from 3, top of the key, off the iron, off the top of the shot clock. I thought maybe it might get stuck there, but it doesn't, 1.6. 64-59, the final score. The Herrin Tigers beat the Carterville Lions on senior night here at Carterville High School. Stay tuned. Our Orthopedic Institute post-game report is coming up next. This is Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF.
We're going to need to go 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Okay.
You're back after this.
(64-59), the final score. The Herrin Tigers knock off the Carterville Lions on their senior night here at Carterville, 64-59.
A strange game in the way it started. Carterville could not miss. They could do no wrong. Carterville had 10 threes in this game, and yet they still lost. Tough loss for Carterville. They shot 48% from the field. Herrin 53% from the field for the game. Another big stat, Carterville only 60% from the free throw line. Herrin 74%. Herrin out-rebounded Carterville 20-15. The big stat there, 7 offensive rebounds in this game for Herrin. Herrin was led by Mayer, the freshman, and Baumgart, the senior, both with 4 each. Downing led Carterville with 7. Carterville 11 turnovers, Herrin with 12.
When you look at scoring for the Herrin Tigers, they were led tonight, of course, by Billy Braid. I got to tell you, I was impressed with the play of Billy Braid tonight.
Well, he did everything. I mean, he got offensive rebounds. He had 3 offensive rebounds. When he got the ball in the paint, he wasn't hesitant. He wasn't timid. He took the ball to the hole. And, it was something that I don't think Carterville was expecting because, quite frankly, until after Christmas sometime, he really hadn't done much for Herrin.
21 from Billy Braid, 17 from Brandon Anthony. Jake Baumgart chipped in 11. Also, Reese Hartline with 6. Landon Bolin with 4. And Matt Brandon with 2. 64 points scored by the Herrin Tigers. For the Carterville Lions, they were led by the junior Eli Downen. First quarter was all Downen. He led this team right out of the gate. He winds up with 21. Connor Hawkins had 5 threes in the game. He has 15. How about 11 points from Austin Garby tonight? Then you have Bryce Anderson with 6. Carson Pearson with 3. Nick Laird with 3. And Carterville just went as hot as they were in the first quarter. They went cold in the rest of the game.
Yeah, well, I think the second quarter determined the outcome of this game, quite frankly. Yeah, Carterville took the lead back in the third quarter, but when you only have 1 field goal in the second quarter and you've got a 16-point lead and you see that vanish in the span of 1 quarter, it's really hard to come back from that because Herrin had all the momentum going into halftime. Give Carterville credit for playing hard in the second half, for actually taking the lead a couple of times in that second half, but they just, when they needed a shot, when they needed a big shot or they needed a big stop, they didn't get it.
64-59, the final score. We're going to go on and take a break here on our Orthopedic Institute post-game report. When we come back, Scott and I will name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. Next on News Radio WJPF.
Back after this, 1 more 2 minutes.
$64-59, the final score. The Herrin Tigers beat the Carterville Lions on their senior night here at Carterville High School. Coming up in just moments, hopefully we're going to talk to the 4 seniors and to Coach Shane Hawkins. We need to name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game.
Well, I think it's an easy one. I think you got to go with Billy Braid. 21 points. He had 4 rebounds, but 3 of those were offensive. And I know they had 7 offensive rebounds in this game, talking about Herrin. I know at least 2 of those offensive rebounds resulted in 2 threes. Carterville lost by 6. That by itself could have been the difference in this game, but Billy Braid was just, he was dominant on the inside.
And he was instrumental in McCline back into the game there in the second quarter. It was really the work by Billy Braid Brandon Anthony came along more toward the end of the second quarter, into the third, but the hard work in the paint and the hard scoring came from Billy Braid. I agree. Our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. 618-534-8148, owned by Joe and Lindsay McCann here in Carterville. They've been in business for over 20 years, and they specialize in commercial and residential tree trimming, snow removal, landscaping, maintenance. They also do bush hogging. They do spring and fall cleanups, property maintenance. They do it all. 618-534-8148. Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game is Billy Braid of the Herrin Tigers. 64-59, the final score. We're going to take a break as we continue here on our Orthopedic Institute post-game report on News Radio WJPF. All right, we should be clear for the commercials. Boom, chicka, 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 boom, chicka, 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 boom, 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 boom.
There they come.
Okay. Here they come. You probably ought to talk to Shane first.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. (64-59), the final score here. Senior night at Carterville High School. Herrin Tigers come to town, spoil the senior night celebration. Coach Shane Hawkins joins us here on the postgame report. Big lead in the first quarter. Just couldn't hold it, and you got to give credit to Herrin. They fought back.
We made shots. And got out to a lead, and then when we struggled offensively. We couldn't carry it over on the defensive end, and I still felt good about half. We're down 3, and we kind of figured some things out. We kind of got back to being comfortable again after we'd made all those shots early. But then the third quarter becomes about not getting back on defense. I mean, we bad pass, bad shot, made basket. They just beat us down the floor, and there's no excuse for that. And we talked about it. They're a team that's not great half-court offense execution. They're really good in transition. They're really good in running, and they do their wings get out and run. Bumgart runs and Bolin runs, and Anthony pushes it. And that's, if you ask high school guys and college guys, do you want to play in the 80s or do you want to play in the 40s? They're always going to say they want to play in the 80s, all right? But because it means it's more trips, it's up and out. They say that until it's time to play that way, and they can't sustain the effort. And so we've got to do a better job defensively. But that's how that's how we want to play. We want to push that way, but we just can't get there. We can't get our guys, can't get our wings to run, can't get the ball pushed down the sideline fast enough.
A couple things, Coach. Obviously, the second quarter, you only had one field goal, that of 3. But like you said, you're only down by 3. I thought one of the big keys, actually 2, is the play of Billy Braid on the inside. They had 7 offensive rebounds, and I know that at least 2 of those 7 resulted in threes, and you lost by 6. So
yeah, it's doing everything right all the time. And when the shot goes up, it's going to find somebody. If you're just going to turn and wait for it to come to you, it's not going to happen. So guys get rewarded for flying to the glass. And we watched a quarter of the Pinckneyville game today just to kind of watch. And we paused it on a play in which we shot it, and every one of their guys had an elbow or a butt on us. Every one of our guys was checked out. But it's third-grade basketball. I mean, that is third-grade basketball, getting your guy checked. When a shot goes up, you go find him. Yet, we don't do it. And they crushed us on the glass. They're strong, they're physical, but above that, they went. They went to the offensive glass, and that's that extra effort. That's that extra step. Just like sprinting the floor, that's that extra step that separates mediocre teams to good teams to great teams. And we're still searching for that step.
And a difference between a win and a loss.
Absolutely.
Another key moment that it seemed like in the third quarter when Herrin went to that zone defense, Scott popped on it real quick. Took a little while for Carterville to adjust to that.
Yeah, we didn't attack it. Our wings got so low. We kept trying to get them. They got buried in the corner, and we got in the corner a couple times, and then we got us in trouble off baseline rip, and we had to attack gaps. There was gaps in it, and we did a better job in the third quarter of attacking, and we attacked gaps and were able to kick. We were good enough in the third quarter when they were in it that they went back to man. All right, so pretty good job of making an adjustment, and we talked about it at halftime, and got ourselves back in the game, got us back in the lead, but they scored against no defense, and that's those 6 or 7 possessions they got there in the third quarter that got them the lead again. That's what got us. So
you got 1 day of rest, Monday, regional play against Vienna.
Yeah, you have to learn from it, and we'll meet tomorrow, and it was kind of like whether we win or lose. When we get here tomorrow afternoon, today's over. It doesn't matter, win or lose. It's over. You can't do anything about it. Hopefully learn from it a little bit. But what we told our guys, if you go win 3 next week, which we are very capable of going to win 3 next week, then that'll wipe away. You'll remember the regional championship more than you'll remember losing to Herrin on senior night. So it's out there. It's capable. We've got to shore up things, and we got to take it to that next level. Every single play's got to matter, and for 5 guys on the floor.
And Coach, next week you're talking about you're capable of winning 3 games. I still think, and I know you think, that this team hasn't reached their potential, which that makes you a scary, dangerous team come postseason, because if everything clicks for 4 quarters, you can beat anybody in that regional.
Absolutely, and that's what we're shooting for. We're shooting for perfection and hope we reach excellence. And we've talked about it for a couple of weeks. I still feel we're right there. We're a 1 step away from being really good. But it's that extra effort. It's that extra. It's going to rebound every shot. It's sprinting back and not letting people go get layups. It's taking 1 more step to get a charge. It's all of those things. But you're right there. You're a step away, and hopefully we'll take that step next week.
Coming up, we're going to have a chance to talk to these 4 seniors real quick. What's your thoughts on these guys that we're getting ready to chat with?
Well, it's those guys that they came in as freshmen when I got here. So I've seen them. Not every single game, so I didn't see all the freshman games, but spent a lot of time with those guys in 4 years, and that's what coaching is about. Yes, the wins and losses, but it's about having relationships with those guys you spend so much time with, and the best thing for me is when my guys at Trico come back and watch our teams now, or the guys at Marion come and watch my teams now, and or send a text when they see a score. I mean, that's what it's about. And we have guys who have played here in the last 3 years that come to when they're in town, they can make it to games, and you have a different bond as a coach that you don't have when you're just a teacher, because you spend so much time with it. And we spend 2 to 2.5 hours every single day, except for Sundays. You get to know kids. You get to see them a little bit different way, and they get to see you a little bit different way. And so that's, as a coach, especially on senior night, we talked about it earlier, it's an emotional night because of all that. It's kind of a culmination of of your high school, at least basketball career. Some of these guys don't play spring sports, so they're done whenever we get done with basketball. And you hope that during their 4 years that they were able to learn something from our program that will make them a better husband or father or employee or just a better person. And it's tough. Playing high school sports is tough. High school basketball is really, really tough. It's the time commands on it. You get held accountable a lot, and we're trying to prepare them for the next step of life. And so you see kids a little bit different way. You have a different build with them or a different relationship with them. And so when you see 4 guys that started when I started, they'll always be my first class.
Yeah.
So you'll have that special bond with them.
64-59. Good luck Monday night against Vienna. Scott's going to be with you down there for the regional game.
All right, I appreciate it. You guys be safe going to Carmi or going to McLeansboro on Monday. Obviously, we want to wish our girls the best of luck, and hopefully, if everything plays out the way we want to, maybe we can get to Bloomington on Saturday and see if they play for a state championship.
That would be outstanding. Coach Shane Hawkins joining us. We'll be ready for the boys to come up. So, they're right behind me. Snuck up on me here. Shane Hawkins joining us here on the post-game report. And we've got 4 seniors on this team, and we just want to bring them up individually and have a chat with them real quick. Carson Pearson joins us. And, Bunny, that one got away from us tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard way to go out, especially them being our rivals. But it's like the coaches have been preaching to us all week that after a game, the next day, it's over. You can pout about it a little bit that night if you lose. But when it's over, and we got a fresh start on Monday. We have a chance to make something happen this regional, and we're just looking forward to the future right now.
Absolutely. Talk about your 4 years of playing ball. It's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah, it flew by, really. I'm just blessed for these 4 years that I've gotten to be able to just play in front of these beautiful fans, this community, this school, for these coaches. I mean, I couldn't have asked for it any better, so I'm just thankful for this opportunity that I've gotten.
Yeah, Carson, it always seemed like you drew the tough assignment defensively, having to guard the best guard on the other team, and I thought you did an outstanding job this year. You were the true team player. You weren't worried about stats, you weren't worried about the box score, but you went out and played hard every night, and as broadcasters, we appreciate seeing play like that.
Yeah, Coach Hawk would always say it's not about how many points you score. Like, you have to have a reason for him to play you, and I always thought that could be my thing. If I couldn't get the ball in the hole, then I just have to go out there and do the best I can on defensively. So I felt like that was my role on the team, was to always guard the best player, and I was ready for the challenge, and I'm just glad I could do that and just help our team win.
Carson Pearson joining us here. Congratulations. It's been fun watching you play,
Thank
bud.
you.
Congratulations, buddy.
And Carson will be graduating coming up in May. Who are we going to bring in next? Let's have Connor Hawkins come in. Connor, you have kind of a unique situation in that your old man's the coach. Yeah. But what a moment it was tonight, though, in the pregame to see Dad come walking down with Dad and find your mom for your senior night.
Yeah, it was really kind of something special to me.
It should be. And let's talk about you're with the class the first year. The coach Shane Hawkins came to Carterville. You've been with him not only on the basketball court, but you've been with him at home. And what's that been like for you and Dad both going through this together?
It's really hard, really hard. I always felt like he was kind of harder on me just because I was his son and everything, but I know he's trying to push me to the best that I can be.
Yeah.
Well, and also, Connor, I think, I called it your coming out party. The AJ game at AJ, you just seemed to, everything clicked. And from that point on, you were the outside threat that Carterville hadn't had. And I've been here 4 years, and really there hasn't been an outside threat like you. So, throwing up those rainbows going in, I mean, and the good thing is, the season's not over. And your dad, your coach, said a while ago, said this team is capable of winning 3 games at Vienna next week and continue to play for another week. So I wish you guys the best of luck because I think you guys can pull this off.
Thank you.
It's been fun watching it, man. When you let that ball fly, and once you get hot.
Dave eats a ham sandwich while the ball's in the air. It's up there so long.
I fix it and eat it. That's how long it takes for those rainbow shots from the wing from Connor Hawkins. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Coming up next, let's get Nick Laird in here. Nick, one of 4 seniors here tonight. Buddy, what a ball game. What a year so far.
It's been a lot of fun. I love playing with these guys. Get chemistry, overall fun season.
Just a good group of guys, aren't they?
Yeah.
A lot of fun. And, of course, your dad, one of the assistants, but your 4 years playing, I mean, does it seem like it's been 4 years?
No, it flew by so fast. It's just like that. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's crazy.
What's next?
After
high school? Have you thought about it?
I think I'm going to play baseball somewhere. We got a couple offers right now, but I mean, other than that, I really don't know what I plan to do other than that.
Well, Nicholas, the thing that I noticed about you this year is, early in the year you were somebody who came off the bench, provided a spark, whether it be offensively or defensively, and then because of your good play, you were rewarded with some starts and you played very well. So, I thought you had a very good year, and as I told Connor, your season's not over yet. You guys are good enough that you can win 3 more games. So you got to put this one behind you, focus on Monday night, and try to make this season go as long as you can.
Yeah, well, our focus is going to be on winning this regional. We got Vienna coming up. I think we can win this regional. We have a couple games that we know we can win, but we just have to get things to go right for us, play together, and I think we can get things to go how we want.
It seems like this team hasn't played that all-around game. Good offense for 4 quarters, good strong offense for 4 quarters, good strong defense, and getting everything going. Is this team capable of putting that together?
I think we really can put it together. It's just a matter of, I don't even know. I know we can do it, but I just hope we can put it together by Monday.
Nicholas Laird joining us here. Congratulations. It's been fun watching, bud.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for joining us. Finally, Austin Garvey going to step in. Austin played a lot of basketball over 4 years. Saw a lot of time as a freshman, and it's been a lot of fun watching you. Talk about your playing here at Carterville the last 4.
It seems like a long time has passed, but at the same time, freshman year feels like yesterday, They said at freshman year they told me that it would go by really fast. Brendan Beasley told me that, and I didn't really believe him, but it goes by quick. But it's enjoyable. Every single day, that Coach Hawkins is going to push us to be the best team that we can possibly be. So when you come in knowing there's a coach there that believes in you and believes in your team, it makes coming to practice fun, and it makes playing the games really fun.
Well, I know Coach Hawkins has said this to us many times, and, of course, as broadcasters, up here watching, if everybody put in the work, put in the effort, put in the time that you put into basketball, I mean, everybody would be 5 times better than they are. I mean, you put in a lot of time, effort, you work your butt off at this, and it's a pleasure for us to see somebody like you on the floor busting your butt game in and game out, and we appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
It's been fun, and I know what time you've put in this gym. My question is this: how much time do you put in your driveway at home just shooting the basketball?
Over the years, I don't know. Countless. I mean, I can't.
You don't know how many people have said, you drive by the Garvey's house, he's always in the drive shooting the basketball. And it really is the truth, though.
And it's really, really nice to my dad, Brian Garvey. He's rebounded me for a ton ever since I was a little kid. And he never forced basketball on me. He just told me to do whatever I wanted to do. And I wasn't very good at basketball when I was in Tri-C, 3rd, 4th grade. And it felt a lot to know that when I was scoring 2 or 4 points in an entire season, that my dad, he still believed in me, and he still loved me, and that's the biggest thing. So when he's always rebounding me out there, you just grow a love for it. I mean, the way the sound of the ball bouncing, the sound of it going through the net, and just the leather feel of the ball, I mean, you fall in love with it. So.
I'd actually pay just to see you take on your brother one-on-one right out here. I'd pay to see that. That would be more like an MMA match than I think basketball, but that would be awesome.
Well, congratulations on a great high school career. Let's go win us a regional this week and keep it going.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
There you go. That's Austin Garby joining us here on our post-game show. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very much.
64-59, the final score here tonight. The Herrin Tigers over the Carterville Lions. Wrap us up, Scott.
Well, regular season is over. Hard to believe that is the case, but it is, and the postseason is 2 days away. Not a lot of time for Carterville to think about this tough luck loss tonight. They got to get ready for the postseason. I think there's optimism with Coach Hawkins. I think there's optimism with this team on what they can do in the regional. Obviously, some things have to change. If they put it all together, I think Carterville. I'm not saying this because I do their games. I'm saying this because of what we've seen. I think if Carterville plays like we know they're capable of, they can win this regional. It's not out of the question. Absolutely. Now they just have to go down there, improve it, and extend these senior seasons just a little bit longer.
So Carterville will play Vienna Monday night at 7:30. Scott's going to have the call for you Monday night. If they win, they would move on to play Mount Carmel on Wednesday night. The winner of that game would play on Friday night for the regional final. Monday night, I'm going to Hamilton County. I'm going to follow the girls. We'll stream that game. Be watching social media. Tomorrow, we'll get the link posted so that we can bring you the game on Monday night as the girls play in the super sectional against Teutopolis. That tip-off is slated for 7 o'clock. We'll be on there about 6:50 or so with our live stream. But again, be watching our social media accounts, and we'll get you the link for that game. And then if they win Monday night, they're going to state.
Yeah.
And we'll follow them going to state as well. So 64-59. Good luck on Monday night.
Thank you. I'll do the best I can, and good luck to you up in Hamilton County.
Congratulations to the Herrin Tiger. Just a hell of a comeback tonight against the Carterville Lions, 64-59. They have one more game left in their regular season. That's next Friday night, their senior night at home. Carterville heads to regional starting on Monday. For our producer, engineer back at the studio, Mr. Brian R. Powell, thanks for your patience tonight, bud. For my broadcast partner, Scott Hudson, I'm Dave McKenzie. We will talk to you next week for more Carterville Lions sports here on News Radio WJPF. God bless.